Hi, I'm Amanda Skelton, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'd like to show you how to make this gorgeous silhouette card. It's actually a really easy card to make because of the die that we're going to use. So it is the Grove dies, and this is the piece that really does make this card just wonderful. Really easy to make. I'm going to do a bit of blending, and then I've got a couple of deer that I've also die cut as well with the same set. So I'm going to do it in a slightly different colourway. This is black, which I think is really good for the silhouette, and especially with the sky colours behind it. And I've got a blue colourway and I've got a red colourway here. I'm going to try and do it a bit more orangey on this next one because I'm going to use a brown base. So we'll see how that goes. So what do we need? Effectively need half a piece of an A4. So you're talking about four and an eighth inches by 11 and 5/8, but it's basically half a piece of A4 cut longwise. And then you want to score it in half, so you're talking about 5 7/8 to score it in half. Okay, and then you want a little piece of extra card, potentially in the same colour, or you might want to do it in black, to die cut your deer. The actual die set, so this is a die set here, so this is Grove dies, so these are the main parts that we're going to use today, but there are so many more pieces in it as well. Now there is a matching stamp set that goes with it, and some of these other ones go with the stamped images. I haven't bought that just because I particularly like this die cut, but some of these also go with the stamped images, but you can still use these as die cuts. This you could use as sort of like a background, sort of like either mountains or greenery or hills or something. You could use that, or clouds, so you don't have to use the stamped images, and tree silhouettes, etc. So, and clouds. So that's what we can do. So let's get on then. So, what I didn't do is I didn't cut. The other thing that you'll need is the insert. So that needs to be slightly smaller. I haven't even cut it actually. I shall do that on the fly. So that needs to measure about 11 inches by probably 4 inches. So just a little bit smaller than your outside piece, just so that it fits in nicely. And what I think I might do is I might do that cream. Just a minute. Let me just get some cream. So let's just cut this down. Just think it goes nice with the brown. So we want that to be 4 inches. So and we just want that to be, what did we want that to be? So for 11 inches, and then we can go to 5.5. So 11 inches, and then we're going to score at 5 inches, which is half. No, we're not. We're going to score at 5.5 inches, which is actually half, and score that. Okay. So that's going to become our insert. Okay. I thought I was prepared, obviously I wasn't. Okay, so that's going to become our insert. So like I said, I'm going to do slightly different colourways. I'm going to do, so we're going to start with our insert piece, and this is the section that you're going to colour. You can do it that way if you like, and then you don't get it over the extra bit. So the colours I'm going to use is going to be So Saffron, Pumpkin Pie, and Real Red. And I really want it to be more orange on this one, so that probably orange is going to be the predominant colour, but I shall start with the lighter colour first. And I'm going to start that at the bottom. Now, I do apologise, my blends are a little bit damp still because I've just washed them, so which is why it's not blending very well at all. So that really isn't going well. Right, let's hope that the next one is better. So let's get our pumpkin pie. Why is that going all yellow? Again, I think it's because okay, what we'll do is we'll use the red. It's going to be more, so I'm going to, yeah, it doesn't normally do this, it's because my brushes are still damp, so I apologise for that. It shouldn't all be yellow, it should be orange. What you've got to think about as well is where your canopy is going to go. So what I'd probably suggest is you do your die cut first, and then you can hold it over, and then you can see where the, actually that's quite nice with, that's going to look quite nice with the yellow, I think, with the brown. So you can see where it is going to be, where the colour is going to be. So you want to make sure that you probably want a third the lighter colour, and then graduating for the 2/3, so you get about a decent amount of colour on the this is probably going to go orange now, isn't it? Like I said, you wouldn't normally get it like this because my brushes are damp. But let's go with it and see if we can rescue it. And don't forget, how you see it like this, once you've put the die cut over it, it's going to look a lot different anyway. So, okay, I'm going to not do any more for that for now. And let's see how, oh, that looks quite nice. That looks like quite a rich sun sky. So even if it's blotchy, for this it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to get my die cut machine. And what you want is your main die, and you want to make sure that it's as centered as you can, so you haven't got any narrow edges that will make it a little bit flimsy. It doesn't even matter if it's not exactly straight, because the cutout at the bottom isn't straight, so you're not going to have to worry too much. You just want to make sure it's roughly centered. And put your other one on. Now then, if you like poking out all the pieces from your die cut, you're going to love this die. Because there are a few pieces that come out. So let's just get rid of those. I'll come back to that in a minute. So there we have our, so there's lots of pieces in here which I'll need to take out later, but in the interest of you not getting bored. And then you just want to poke out all your extra pieces in here. What I'll do in a minute is I'll go through the colours that I used for the other backgrounds, so that you can recreate those if you like those, which are actually the colours that we did in our workshop recently. Okay, so the colours we used for this one was So Saffron, Real Red, and then I used Rich Razzleberry at the top just to make it a bit darker. And then on this one I used I think it was Bermuda Bay and Night of Navy. So I just put the Night of Navy down just to give it the two colours. Okay, so how's this looking? Oh, I actually quite like that. Yes, that'll do. So I just need to fold that one. So just make sure that the insert is smaller than the base, which it is, and just make sure that obviously it comes inside of this gap here. Okay, so now I've got my extra brown card, and I'm going to die cut the two deer. And I'm going to keep them in the brown, the same as the base. And I'm going to do these both at the same time, if they'll fit on here. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So then we have these two. Move that out of the way. I'm going to keep those two. Okay. So what I quite like is to have those sort of on the base rather than on here. I quite like that because then you've got something to see if you do this. The original one tutorial I saw of this actually had this way round, and this was the coloured. So you'd open this and then you'd open this way. But the problem with that is when it stood up, it sort of, this bit was too far away and it didn't sort of really show you the background. So I just went for good old traditional. So I'm just going to glue the back edge of the coloured base. The good thing about this is it makes you insert as well, so that's always a bonus. Offer it halfway in there. Okay, and then I'm going to use liquid glue for these because then you can just position them where you want to. So I'm going to sort of put that down, and I'm just going to lay that behind just so I can see where that is. Ooh. Too much glue. And then we have a little baby deer, which is so cute. This would actually make a really good Christmas card as well. You could do it in white, you could do this in white or a blue, and you could put glitter on it, white glitter on it, to make it look like snow. So I'm just going to put him there. I've got glue on my hands and everything's sticking to me. So I'm just going to move that bit of glue. That bit of glue. Excuse me. So there you have it. Slightly different colourway. I actually quite like that. It's really quite nice and vibrant. Almost looks like it's got lights behind it. So there we have it. So this is using the Grove dies, which, like I said, it does all the work for you. It's a fantastic die. I think it'd be brilliant for Christmas. Like I said, it looks like it's got lights behind it, where at Christmas you have like a lot of sort of candles and things like that with lights in. So I think that'd be really nice. Or with blues, I think this would quite go really nice. It could be white foreground, use white card, and blue behind it. And then you could add glitter or white flakes of snow or sequins and things, and sort of edging here. I think that'd be brilliant, so I'm looking forward to using that at Christmas as well. Hope you've enjoyed it. As always, you can find the products at www.amandascraftedcards.stampinup.net, and I'm on Facebook and Pinterest as Amanda's Crafted Cards. So do take a look. If you have any questions, then do contact me or leave a comment in the YouTube video. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.